our mics are on. Action. Just give us an action.
You are now listening to Kimbology.
Kimbo, aka the traveling chafing queen.
It's been a year.
Sexy.
We just looked at it. We're like,
sustainability.
Meditate, masturbate, medicate.
Because we did the Mala Mia over at Brass Ring, so. And then you and I did the Cyrus. That was long ago.
You are now listening to Kimbology.
Kimbo, aka the traveling chafing queen.
Sexy sustainability.
Meditate,
Why?
masturbate,
But it's okay. We had this.
medicate.
It's wonderful. So, yeah. Okay.
You are now listening to Kimbology.
Kimbo, aka the traveling chafing queen.
Sexy sustainability.
Meditate, masturbate, medicate.
Hello, everyone out there. Welcome back to Kimbology. It's been a while. It's been a fucking year, so I'm really happy to be back. And guess what, y'all? We have an amazing guest duo today. It's the first time we're doing a duo. We have the ladies of Pynk Portal. So I'm really excited to have a little sit down and get to know these ladies and hear all about Pynk Portal and everything else they have going on. So ladies, can you introduce yourselves? Maybe start with Ava.
Hi, my name is Ava V. I am from Chicago. I am one half of Pynk Portal Pole. I started BSB 3 years ago to give Black sex workers an outlet and opportunities to dance in Chicago. And we have since formed our beautiful space, continuing to further pole dancing and other opportunities in the south side of Chicago.
And then BSB, can you remind me, what was that again?
Black Scrubber Brigade.
Thank you. Perfect. Steph?
My name is Gemini Jynx. I am a first generation Mexican American, and I am the other half of Pynk Portal Pole. And we serve a community of Black and brown sex workers, dancers, and marginalized community here in Little Village.
Wonderful. Yeah, honestly, y'all, Pynk Portal feels like home. It really does. There's this like really, it really is truly a sanctuary. So I'm really excited for you guys to learn more and more about this beautiful sanctuary we have. But let's go ahead and start with the beginning stages of everything. I want to know kind of like your story into pole, right? So like what got you guys started? When did you start? Can you share a little bit about that first?
Sure. I started pole as a hobbyist in 2019. I realized how much I enjoyed dancing and slowly started exploring the world of pole dancing and community, and then at the club. I don't think that my life would be as easy as it is comforting now without pole.
So it's been really good for your mental health.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
We have a lot going on, but it's really nice to be able to get lost in movement.
Yes.
And because it started as a personal practice, it's so nice.
Yeah. Do you find that it's like therapeutic in a way, pole?
I think it started as therapy for me. I've never gone to actual therapy. But dancing, I have no training. But dance,
Self-taught too? What?
yeah,
Okay.
And it's really given me an outlet to express myself. And I really hope that this place does that for everyone else who comes in here.
I truly am so like thankful because as you know, some of the watchers or listeners know, we were at Siren before, and that was another pole studio that was opened by Maddie. Shout out to Maddie. And that was on the north side, and that was stripper owned, stripper run. And honestly, that one was a nice run. Ava and I worked there together. Ava, remember those days?
It was a great time.
Me and Ava were in there, okay? We were hustling in there. But it's just, like everything in this crazy world, that had an ending. And then you two ladies started this wonderful sanctuary now, which is Pynk Portal. So we thank you so much. I want to know, I want you guys to share though for real, like the back history of this building because it's actually really beautiful. And when I found out, I was like, wait, we have to talk about this. So can you share a little bit about that?
Yeah. The building has been used for some kind of community work for a really long time. Before it was Pynk Portal, it was housing for undocumented folks. Before that, it was a clinic for children with disabilities, autism, and different sensory delays. Before that, it was an AA place.
I didn't know that. Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, this has literally been a healing place for
Ever,
years.
yeah. And then I think it originally started as a grocery store. Or a butcher shop of some kind.
Really?
It was a corner store. Somebody came in during class and said, "Hey, a few years ago, didn't this used to be a corner store?" I said, "I don't know that." But
If
Yeah.
these walls could talk, y'all.
people from the neighborhood came.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Okay, so Pynk Portal has always been a sanctuary of service and help for the community.
Yes.
In this wonderful area that we're at, which is Little Village.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And you're good. But I think that's quite beautiful, especially with two sex workers, right? So I want to actually get into that too, because a big reason why you both started that is you wanted a sanctuary for sex workers like yourselves. Ava, could you share a little bit more? I know we learned about, because Ava was on the podcast last time. Shout out to you, girl. I know we learned a little bit more about you last time, but I want us to go back in a sense and just share a little bit more also for the viewers, your history as a sex worker, how long you've been working, where you work, if you want to disclose that too, and then also how Pynk Portal has now become this like safe haven for sex workers.
Yes. I have been a sex worker since I was 18. I started with online sex work. I got a pole on Amazon, started doing my own pole stuff at home. I was also self-taught. And dance and movement has always been like a part of my mental health, like self-care rituals. So I've done all sorts of dance. When I was a kid, I did ballet, tap jazz, hip hop. I did cheerleading. I did a break dancing phase for a moment.
Oh, that's cute. I didn't know
did
that.
gymnastics. I've literally done everything as far as like the movement classes go. So I knew that like pole was going to be another extension of that. When I was making my online content, I then was like, okay, I would like to give it a try working at the clubs. I was living in Nashville, Tennessee. I just randomly looked up clubs, did some little Reddit searches on like, what do I need in my dance bag? Where do I go? Started to build community with some of the Nashville strippers. They taught me how to get my sheriff's card to dance in the city of Nashville. I got
you need that in that city.
Yeah, you need a card that you get from like the county clerk. They like fingerprint you. They get your
Really?
ID. They have all
Is
your
that like,
information.
how is that here?
There's no card here in Chicago.
Really?
Not in Illinois. They're in Vegas. There's a bunch of states.
Okay.
And they all vary by different prices.
Oh, interesting.
Nashville was only $50. You just sign up like online to make an appointment. Did that. Got my card. Auditioned at a club. I think I got the card the same day. So you can audition same night that you have your card. They told me that since I was new, they want me to start working at one of their sister clubs, which is about an hour away from Nashville. I was working there I literally just found a photo today of myself working at the club. It was a picture from like October of 2019. And I was working there like, I think it was like summer of 2019, all the way through when COVID hit in March. I was like legit at the club like those couple of days. And they had closed the club for like a few weeks. Thinking that we were going to reopen. Obviously, we did not. And then over time, the club did reopen. But by then, I was moving to Denver. Once I got to Denver, like Colorado was what really like kicked off my sex work career. Like I started to gain a huge following more on TikTok. I got TikTok famous. I had like 100K TikTok viewers just off of like posting like, get ready to meet with me to go to the club. Like the stuff the girls are doing right now.
What they're doing now, you used to do.
I've been tapped in. I've been doing that since 2021.
Yeah.
That's how people started to get to know me. That's actually how I started following like you and other people on Instagram, because I knew I was going to come back to Chicago. That's when I started following Maddie. I reached out to Maddie and I was like, hey, I'm a self-taught like instructor, but like if you're looking for instructors, I would love to like teach class. So Siren is solely responsible for my teaching journey. Like I was teaching at home and I was teaching fellow girls from the club that would come to my apartment, and I would show them some like small little combos and tricks in my living room. and eventually continued to do sex work. My online content, I started escorting and like sugaring a little bit in Colorado as well, to support me through that time. Um, when everybody was in a pandemic, we were in a pandemic, low key. Like we were doing like private parties at people's houses.
Oh my god!
And they were like throwing thousands of dollars. It would be like these rich kids from Colorado that just like have their parents' money and their parents are gone for the weekend, and we would be there. We it was me and two other girls, and we made a couple $1,000s, and we were like, damn.
Casually.
All we did was just dance a little bit. There was no pole. You know, this was their house.
Wow.
This was like this couch.
Very
there was just
Euphoria
guys on the
vibes.
couch. It was actually just guys on the couch hanging out, and that's when I was like, okay, yeah, I could do this like a little bit more. Came back to Chicago, and then realized, damn, none of the clubs are gonna hire me out here. That's cool. Tried one last day. I was like, I'm gonna try one more time. Went to Admiral. They were like, we're not gonna hire you. Stop coming in here. So I was like, okay, whatever. That same day, I was like, how can I figure out how to host these shows on my own?
Yeah.
Because we don't need the club. Like, the club needs us. If there's no girls there, there's nothing going on. So I said, okay, whatever. Got together with some friends. I was like, hey, if we, get a poll and we can host these shows, would you be in? And that's how we started Black Stripper Brigade. Me and some other black strippers and dancers in Chicago came together. My client from multiple years bought me an X-Pole stage that we still use to this day here for Pynk Portal stuff. And yeah, that's how we got that going. Gemini reached out about working together, collaborating. We got to knowing each other through the pole community, and started hosting shows together. We started with our first Power to the People at House of Blues. And at that time, there was like no plan for a studio. That was like, we didn't even conceptualize an idea of a studio.
Was Siren still a thing?
Siren was still open then.
Okay.
That was at our ending when we were when we were dealing
This
with
was
the flooring
January.
stuff, and we
Gotcha.
knew like we were gonna be having issues soon.
Right.
But it was still open. We were still teaching classes. Everything was normal. We're thinking we're gonna keep going with Siren, or maybe we're gonna find another location or something.
That's right. That's right.
And the shows, the goal was to do one every quarter. I mean, like, we
Oh.
were just working on figuring out how to be consistent with the show.
Exactly.
At House of Blues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as our collaboration went, because
Right.
like I collaborated with a lot of different people.
Yeah.
But I wanted to find people that I could consistently collaborate with and work with and like scale things up.
Well, also just like providing opportunities.
Mhm.
I'd say both of you both provided so many opportunities for sex workers in the community to make money, make revenue, because like you said, the strip clubs are very biased.
They
Like you're gorgeous. Look at Ava here. Like both of the, like it's just like the fact that you guys can't get work here in Chicago is kind of crazy.
Yeah, I also had a really hard time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so Gemini, so Gemini also is a sex worker as well.
Mhm.
Thank you, Ava, for sharing that though.
Mhm.
It's like super cool. Also, you had that, or did you have that issue here in Chicago?
I did.
You did.
Absolutely.
Okay. Can you share
I've
that?
been a travel dancer for a while now, but in Chicago, I don't know. I don't know why, but I've auditioned at 3 or 4 places, and none of them have given me a contract. So
Wow, that's yeah. It seems to be a thing here. I don't know, in that sense, but it's okay. Like you said, we don't need it, right?
Right.
Because one thing's for sure, because we have a Gemini here. We didn't talk about our zodiac signs yet. I'm getting off topic. Gemini season. Happy Gemini season.
Thank you.
When was your birthday? Is it?
It's
up?
coming. It's
Okay.
June 16th.
Shout out to you. Come on, Gemini Queen.
Mhm.
Okay. And then we also have a Capricorn here,
Yes.
right? My fellow Earth sign. I'm a Taurus. So we like to share. We're very big on astrology in that
We
sense.
are.
So
It
we're going to
matters.
talk about it. Okay.
It matters.
And then say, would you guys actually say that your signs, like the way you guys run Pynk Portal, that you guys kind of work really well as a team with like dividing in a sense, like the work up and like who
I would
handles
definitely
what?
say that. I would say like the Gemini energy is like so powerful, and honestly, all of my business partners are Geminis. Like
That's
Queen,
crazy, really.
Queen and I, we work
That's
very well
right.
together for BSB stuff and for swap stuff. I feel like the Gemini energy is like they can see sides of things that I can't see as an Earth sign. Like I'm very like grounded in like this is just what it is right now in this moment. It's hard for me to like see the abstract fully. Like I can see some of the abstract, but it's nice to like have a business partner that like understands like nuance of certain situations and also is able to expand upon something that's small and continue to make it grow. I'm also noticing even past our signs, our age difference is great. Because
Yeah, what would you mind sharing your age difference? Because
I'm 27.
Okay.
I'm turning 36 on June 16th.
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the 10-year gap I feel like is great because the stuff that I'm crashing out about, like Gemini's been through some of it, right? Most of it. Like, you know, the feeling awkward, the Saturn return stuff, which I'm in mine right now. Some of this stuff is like stuff that I know like she's gone through, and like to be going through that stuff at like a pivotal moment for our business, it's nice to like have somebody that like can see and understand that.
That's wonderful. Yeah, I think that's like so great that you both have found each other in a sense to like, you know, oh, let's create this space for the community, but then also having that balance to like, because there's a lot to running a business. So
It's,
you know,
it's alignment.
It's truly is, and we're so grateful, and it's like kind of awesome that like the universe kind of, you know, and like, so yeah, honestly, like let's go more and more in the sense of this space, right? Because this space is not even just a pole dance and yoga studio. It's more than that, right? Or we have plans for things in the future for it. Can you guys, you know, Gemini, can you share about
absolutely. We're starting with the pole studio because I think it's the best way for people to get more active, and movement is healing. It's also a judgment-free zone, so people that come here at any level can find something that calls or piques their interest. And also, we're in the process of expanding into like more of a community center. We've got spaces upstairs for like meetings, and I have a big garden that I'm trying to make a more non-for-profit situation so that we can start teaching people how to really interact with growing or maybe eating different kinds of food that don't typically grow where they're from. The population here in Little Village is a majority Mexican or Hispanic. And I was spending a lot of time volunteering at the food pantry. And I realized that a lot of the donations that were coming in were foods that people didn't know what they were or how to cook them or how to use them. So a lot of food was being wasted. And I just feel like it needs to not be that way.
That's so fascinating that you say that, because I had actually heard that recently, like, because, you know, with donating food, like, it is a very common thing where, like, they're just giving the same types of food, but it's, like, the other stuff that will help around, you know.
People, you know what collard greens are.
Right.
You know what collard greens are. I had no fucking idea what collard greens were.
That's such a niche thing too.
But I'm telling you because like I used to volunteer, and I volunteered at the pantry for like a year or something, and I would go every Thursday in the morning. But I realized that the people that came in would always leave the same things. The chard was always left over. The collard greens were always left over. Wow. The mustard greens were always left over. They had canned mushrooms and different things that nobody in this area is going to use. You give them a can of maize, they're going to use that. You give them tomatoes, you give them limes, you give them avocados, you give them all the things they already know. They know how to eat that. They know how to cook that. They don't know how to do collard greens.
That's interesting.
So bridging the gap also, and having Ava here in this area, we're kind of mixing everything together.
With different cultures, right? Learning off each other.
Yeah. I'm hoping to get more activities here, like club activities. So like a book club, and we team up with Swap to
Can you share what Swap is actually? I don't think some people
You know more about Swap than I do.
Swap is the sex worker outreach project. There are different Swaps in different cities. So
really?
There's a Swap LA, there's one in Denver, the Chicago one has gone through a lot of changes right now. Queen is one of the main facilitators of Swap that we work with very closely, as well as Bella. They do the HIV testing here every Friday. So we're creating like a little hub for Swap to, you know, come in and operate and do different things. But their main percentage of their work is the outreach. So they go to like the sex worker areas of Chicago, like the West Side, where the street sex workers are. They give them the testing. They drop off condoms for them, drug tests for them, Narcan, any supplies that they may need, and just keep the ladies safe out there.
That's wonderful.
As well as like some of like the drug dealers that live over in that neighborhood on the West Side. They just give them testing kits, because if they're getting their supply from somebody else, they don't know if that stuff is safe. and they're not going to stop selling it. So like trying to make them stop selling it is not going to help. But making sure that what they're selling is not, laced with fentanyl or anything like that. It's just a program to just continuously serve the community of sex workers and even just other women. They have access to beyond legal aid if you need legal services. I know some people who've had some housing issues, even non-sex workers, that they've been able to help. So they have a bunch of resources that they do different stuff. But our stuff that we've been doing here has been more community stuff. We did the pleasers decorating thing for
I missed it, but that's such a cute idea.
Yeah, we're gonna do it again soon, and it's gonna be
cute.
open to everybody, not just sex workers. So it will be really cool to continue to do stuff with them.
Yeah, I mean, like, I taught my plantivation class, which is Kimbo, Cultivate with Kimbo, where I like to teach the community how to grow your own weed because, like, I love that medicine, right? And I love that you made that comment about the collard greens. Like, it's very, these are things that you don't think about, and like they're, and like you said, earlier, Gemini, like, I'm gonna solve this issue, you're gonna solve this problem, and so like it's wonderful that you are both thinking in ways like expanding past just like the amazingness of pole, because yes, we do need it. It's therapy for us. We're very passionate about it, but there's so much more that you can offer, and to also have the history. This place has been helping this, for years, so you're just continuing that same history for the building. So it's amazing.
It's making it easier to bridge the gap between different marginalized communities. It's just making it easier here. SWAP does we're teaming up with SWAP because they do a conceal and carry class. But we're teaming up with SWAP to do a shooting club. So we're going to be going to the range twice a month.
Really?
In a group out of here. I want to get a reading club and a gardening club and a running club.
Love that.
All things to get people off screens and more into the real world, to make a human connection, because
we're losing it.
Yeah.
We really are losing it. I see it. I do.
And then people want to complain about sex workers, but like there's people out there looking for the human connection.
Yeah.
We're filling a need.
And it's so much more than just sexual. That's what I love about our community, because it's like every single sex worker I know is like involved in something really cool. They're bringing people together. They're doing cooking stuff. Like you said, all the clubs you listed off, like all of that stuff is about connection and like building a community.
It truly is amazing that both of you all are just saying how much you are helping, because it is about that. And like, especially in these communities, like these Black and brown communities, like we need so much care, because our government doesn't care in that sense. We're not feeling that care, right? So you guys are feeling a need in more and more ways. And like you said, yeah, I love that people are complaining about, like, it's like so funny. Like, you're gonna complain about a sex worker who's like literally doing a huge and important and integral part of our cultural society. Like, we need that, right? Like, people need care. Can you imagine if we didn't have like sex work was not like, oh my God, the world would explode. But it's just,
there would be a lot more abuse in the world.
Yeah,
there would be
100%. So, but yeah, I just want to also just again shout out, because that's also another thing too. It's like we're in this really tumultuous time where like we are in Little Village, right? And there is a lot of ICE activity, right, in that sense. And so, can you share a little bit more about how there's ways that we can, like, Gemini, I know this is your heritage, right? This is like your area. You're Mexican born. Like, can you share a little bit about more of that, and also
Absolutely.
how we're gonna stick together with ICE and everything?
I think that the best way for people to combat what's happening in the government is to create better networks between each other. And I also think that a lot of people don't understand the changes because they're not directly in front of their face. I have been living in this building for 15 years. I am a 5'5" woman, and I don't weigh more than 150 pounds soaking wet. And I maneuver the city by myself. I've walked the streets in this neighborhood for 15 years. And I have never in my life seen them so empty as when I started coming through here in October and then in November. I still haven't seen the place recovered. Really? I think that I'm seeing more businesses close on 26th Street than ever before, which just leads me to believe that they're just gonna gentrify the
Mm.
whole
Mhm.
thing, because it's a problem in Chicago. They've already identified how many people are suffering and getting evicted from being scared to go to work. I don't have my normal tamales anymore because my lady is
No.
not there
Yeah.
anymore.
R.I.P. tamales. What?
Yeah, so like I don't think that people understand how severe the problem is because they don't want to look at it. I have no choice but to look at it, so I have no choice but to do something about it.
That's
Yeah.
admirable of you to.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's you've been here so long, so you literally can see the changes. And like you
I
said,
haven't even
yeah.
been here that long, and I saw the changes.
Really?
From the time I started all of this work, we got together in May to work on this. We opened up the doors in July of last year, right? We're
Right.
coming up on our year.
Oh, that's
By
right.
October, it was a ghost town over here. I come over here every single day from the time we started that to even if it wasn't work, even if it was just to sit and smoke and chat, right? Or even if it was just to pick her up and go somewhere else in the city. I saw a immediate decline in the people on the street, the kids outside playing. People that weren't even walking their dogs. There was one day I literally got up, I went to Gathers, got us matcha, drove my same exact route, and I saw 2 people outside.
Wow.
A total of 2 people outside. From
So-
from Pilsen or UIC area, Taylor Street, where Gathers is, all the way to here, I saw 2 people outside, and it was just insane because this is a neighborhood that is so full of culture.
Oh my
So full of
gosh.
fun, so full of community. Like
It's
sometimes
bussin'.
sometimes I pull up over at certain random parks and just hang out and just let some time pass, or just like make a real quick phone call when I'm not here at the studio, and you'll see generations of people hanging out, and you can tell like this is their neighborhood. They grew up here, their families here.
Yeah.
Even if they weren't necessarily born here, generations of their family have been, and to see like so many people not be outside, it is scary. And even in my own neighborhood, I live on the south side, I live in Woodlawn. Ever since this Obama library has been being worked on, I've noticed that even some of the ICE related stuff that was happening on the south side, I am believing that part of that is to get some of those people out of those buildings so that they can utilize it for whatever the next stages of gentrification are. I live a few blocks away from the library. That opens up next week, or yeah, they're doing like some pre stuff next week. So I'm definitely been seeing the changes from when ICE was in town. There was some stuff on the south side that was related to ICE as well. But being able to see all of that in like such a short window of time has really, really been polarizing.
Wow.
Yeah, and the hardest part is watching how they systematically are targeting people. It's crazy. And I don't know when people will start to really band together because, like, when school starts again, they're gonna be targeting the
Yeah.
schools the way they were before.
Last
Yeah,
time,
I
yeah.
just saw they passed like a 70 billion, like something budget of for ICE. Like,
That's
they just
true.
passed another budget.
It's
like,
crazy.
Like money is still going to these programs to literally torture and like just like
And I'm over here trying to figure out systems for people to come into the studio,
yeah.
pick up the kids, take them to school so that their moms can stay here, so that their moms can take a yoga class,
Yep.
and then get escorted home because what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's thank you for showing light on this because truly it's something that needs to be talked about more, and with it being so close to home, I really wanted us to have a moment to just kind of talk about that, and just, do you have ideas or things that we can kind of like, encourage others, in a sense to like, make sure that we're taking care of our communities?
I
when
know
it comes to
that
this?
I know that Gemini has a lot more detailed and abstract ideas, but even on the small scale, if you don't know who your neighbors are, if you don't know the people that are in your neighbor, like if you drive past or walk past your neighborhood every day and you don't know anything about the people coming and going, their movements, stuff like that, that is something that you should be alarmed by, because if your neighbors are gone tomorrow and you didn't notice, they're at your house next.
Yeah.
So being able to like be aware of like your neighborhoods and seeing different things and being able to just like help people out, like helping other people. Some people are so far removed from that because they feel like if I help this person, then I'm not gonna have something. And like those types of mindsets are what's gonna get us further from where we need to go.
Yeah. Further, like we need to help each other. Like it's
Yes.
It's amazing that you guys are just talking about this. So yeah, just again, I appreciate it. Thank you for informing us. Thank you for just creating a space where we can, talk about this and inform each other, and we're just trying to just be safe in this.
People have to understand that there are people out here that are scared to go to the grocery store.
Yeah.
They are scared to take their kids to school. They are scared to take the bus because there's police presence on the CTA. So, I mean, like, if you know people that are scared, have some compassion.
Yeah.
Accompany them. I don't know.
Yeah. I think, too, I've been having a good time eating all the food in this area. Like, I was like, give me the recommendations. I bought my eggs from the corner the other day, honey. I'm like, this is what it's about,
Mm-hmm.
And so it is shocking to hear that, we've seen less and less and less of that,
Mm-hmm.
I have friends that are also in different parts of Chicago too, and they say the similar things are happening in those areas. So it's pretty crazy to see the shift too in just such a short, like you said, the short time.
And it's lightened up a little bit, but
Yeah.
I'm sure it's
Oh,
going to
but
come back.
I think they're gonna let us have a really fun summer, and then they're gonna
Sh-
crack
yeah,
down.
right.
It's gonna be cut as soon as
Yeah.
school's open back up.
It's actually...
Yeah.
I'm scared that you're right in a sense,
Yeah.
I think that, but listen, at the end of the day, we have each other, right?
We
so I want to also just highlight, you talked a little bit about other things that Pynk Portal offers, but let's get into details about classes and things. Like, what are you guys, so like share what you like teach, what you offer. I'd love to know more about that too.
Okay. I teach every Tuesday a all-level spin, pole, and floor work class. It's like choreography, tricks, pole, a little bit of floor movement. I love to teach different combos and flow. On Saturdays, I teach a beginner conditioning class. It's technically more than just beginner, but mostly beginner people are the folks that need the conditioning just to like help build up their strength, their confidence on the pole, stuff like that. I occasionally teach other workshops like go-go dance workshops. I have a couple other secrets in the pipeline that I'm
You
not
had
going
a
to drop
lap
today.
dance workshop that did a real
The
good.
lap dance workshop did great, and I did tell people I was going to bring that back, so
Okay.
I need to bring it back for sure.
Oh.
That was super well received. I ran it. I ran that. The go-go one was well received too. I did that.
Yes,
I used to do the twerk therapy class, which is fun.
Cute.
I do want to run that back because it is like a nice little workout twerk
shaking your ass is
situation.
therapy.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
healing.
yeah.
It's healing. Yeah.
It's freeing.
Mhm.
Wonderful. Okay. And so what days were those again? Tuesdays?
Tuesday is the all-level spin pole.
Okay.
I just added an additional conditioning class on Tuesday above that class. So
Okay.
there's going to be a Tuesday and a Saturday
Wonderful.
for the conditioning class. It's an hour-long conditioning.
Okay.
And then the workshops that are upcoming will be dropped on socials. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Okay. And then Gemini?
I teach beginner tricks on Wednesday nights. And then I teach beginner floor work right before that on Wednesday nights. I also teach intro to intermediate, so anyone who is trying to get an invert on Monday nights. And then I teach a stretch and flex class, which works on flexibility and really understanding how to stretch properly on Sunday nights.
And then you also have a really popular class too.
I do.
Share
I
about
have
that
a really popular workshop that's called Self Love and Touch. And it focuses on dancing for yourself without judgment, and really accepting what your authentic movement looks like and feels like, so that you can start building a flow practice that is authentic to yourself.
Oh, I love that. So
Yeah.
important. Super. Because it's like, from teaching, you don't realize how disconnected maybe some people can feel from their bodies.
Mhm.
I from getting into this business, you really see it.
Yeah.
And it's like, some people don't know their left from their right and things like that, or they have just, inhibitions or things like clouding it, and they need to release that. There's a lot of judgment. There's a lot of,
I also think a
so-
lot of people like set their sights on a trick,
Yeah.
and then their only focus is to get that trick, but then they don't know how to incorporate that trick.
How are you gonna get in it? How are you gonna get out of it?
So,
what
like,
you gonna do?
Fantastic, you got the trick. Let's see if we can twirl it into something.
Yeah,
Mhm.
let's keep it flowing, right?
Mhm.
Wonderful. I just want to shout out Ava's earrings real quick, because can you just show those
Oh,
earrings for a
the
second?
vibration of them. Yeah.
Oh my god!
I don't know if you can
put
hear
up the
that.
mic. How great are those? How great are those earrings? They're little vibrators. So I just
Yes.
want to shout that out because that was amazing. And then so also too, just because we talked a little bit more about like just, I feel like pole is joyful and brings a lot of like love and just in a sense of like therapy too, but like, what are some other things that you guys are doing that brings you joy? I think I saw Gemini earlier crocheting, so just share a little bit about what else you guys are doing. I'm just curious.
Okay. I do a little bit of a lot of things. I find that having a lot of hobbies keeps me very happy. I read, I sew, I knit, I do yoga, I craft a lot. Yeah,
tear down
there's
walls.
a lot. Yeah, I do
Yeah.
a lot.
This is our construction
She's also
Barbie.
I was gonna say, she's
Construction
like
Barbie.
the construction, worker here, and yeah.
Yeah, I do a little bit of everything. But a lot of the things that keep me and my body bring me joy. So
Love that,
if
love
I
that.
can get myself to a gym for a few hours, that'll bring me joy. If I can get out into the woods to hike, that's at the top of my list. I don't own a television, so I do read a lot.
Wow, you don't own a television. Love that.
Mhm.
Okay. So I can't talk about the TV shows with Gemini, but it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
I can talk
I
about
said
the books
that.
with
I
We
you.
can
said
talk
I
about
take my question. Yeah.
And Ava?
I have really been getting into The Sopranos lately. This is my first time ever
Welcome.
watching it.
Really?
It came out when I was born. I'm trying to watch
Oh,
media from the
Did
year.
you just hear?
I know.
Came out
I
when
know.
you
I
were
know. I know.
born?
I know.
Oh,
I
my
know.
God.
Oh my
It
god.
my
came out
God.
when- yeah. It came out around when I was born. So I just wanted to like get back to like, some old school media because I feel
Love
like
that.
I feel like newer media is like more chaotic and like
Oh,
just
gosh.
not the same. We could go down that rabbit hole
We
another
can,
time.
because Euphoria, what the
But
fuck?
I've been really getting into that. I really like that show. That's really the only thing I've really been binging. I have just started growing my weed again, thanks to the clone you brought me.
How's she doing?
She's doing beautiful.
Yeah?
She's doing great. Like she's
Okay.
splitting off into multiple little areas. Like there's like
Okay.
different leaves growing, and then Naya's plant from your
Oh,
plantivation workshop is in my tent. That's also
Yeah,
doing
is it
great.
better?
It's bouncing
Okay.
back. The
Oh,
nutrients, like
good.
it looks beautiful.
Wonderful.
So having my tent set up again has been nice. I'm growing some other things at home. I have spinach in there. I have tomatoes. I have potatoes growing. A rosemary plant and some lettuce.
Oh,
too.
you about to make a salad.
So
from
yeah,
me.
it's been kind of cute to put my hands in the dirt and do some
Okay.
stuff. I'm not super into like the gardening stuff, not as much as Gemini, but I'm trying to branch out a little bit. I love going to the club, shaking my ass all night while the DJ's behind the DJ booth. I did that last night. It was very healing.
Yes.
I love food. I love food. So I'm always at a happy hour. I'm always at a restaurant. I'm always putting Gemini on to some new food. I love the sauna. I go to the sauna. The sauna is like a part of my identity. Like
Same.
you will always see me on Instagram and you will always see me in the sauna.
Yeah.
Those are the two places you can find me if I'm not at the studio.
We need to just manifest saunas at home for us, like truly.
Yeah, I have some things in mind when my clients come through with some funds so we can have a sauna here.
Stop.
That's the plan.
I laughed
See?
immediately.
I
when
know,
you
because
said
I don't
it.
think I said that to you. I want a
My
sauna
heart-
and a cold plunge here on site,
Mhm.
and that we can use.
Okay, I just got really excited, y'all. Like I'm just like
So
I'm
yeah, if
gagged
you're
right
watching
now.
this and you have a couple $1,000, and you really want to facilitate,
Contribute.
Yeah.
and you can
Yeah.
use it too. You can come get in there.
Listen.
Yeah, we need one
We
because the
need
thing is
one.
like
We are
being
willing to
able
exchange a show for that.
Exactly. Being able to go to the sauna and really heal your body as somebody, me personally with chronic pain who does pole. I've been trying to navigate ways to make my body feel better and to feel more comfortable with just my workload and the running around the city. So yeah, spas, saunas, King Spa, all the places.
The best place ever. I'm just so grateful we have King Spa here in Chicago.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, thank God. Thank you for sharing that. I love to do that because I just love getting to know people a little bit more. You know what I mean? It's we all have our identities online, right?
Yeah.
For what we show, but that's all very curated, obviously, because we're just kind of showing what we want, things like that. But if I have an opportunity to just kind of give people more insight on just kind of who you are as people, I just love that. So, and we about to get a little deeper into also knowing more about that because guess what time it is? It's time for meditate, masturbate, and or medicate.
Where's the joint?
Yes, let's go
It's
ahead and get that
time.
started.
Just need a
Okay, do
lighter.
we have a lighter? Producer Rick, do you have a lighter?
Yes, he does.
Look at that! Oh, the best
Perfect,
producer in the world.
perfect.
Okay,
I
we
will
have a
let you do
lighter.
the honors.
Yes,
Please.
Okay.
Our lovely
So-
host.
Yeah, so if you're not familiar with this section of the episode of the podcast, this is our wellness segment. So this is when we just kind of get to know each other more, a little icebreaker moment. But we ask each individual a little bit more about meditate, masturbate, medicate. So just those 3 categories. It could be literally anything from whatever you want to share, whatever you're comfortable with. But yeah, anything in those categories, meditation, you can talk about maybe a self-care journey of yours. We have masturbate, which, you know, obviously you can share anything. We have 2 sex workers here, y'all. It's about to get spicy. And then we also have medicate, which is what we're doing right now. So I'll start with you, Steph, and then you can choose 1, you can choose 2, you can choose all 3. It's up to you. What are you gonna do?
I've been an avid meditator for a very long time. I started long distance running in high school.
You run?
A lot. And yeah.
People are always so surprised by
I think I know
everything.
you run.
Yeah, I run a lot. I like to run. I like to go hiking. I like to go trail running specifically.
What?
And I like to go for like 12 or 15 miles.
Wow.
Hard body. Hard body.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I had a boyfriend one time, and he was twice my size. He was 6'5", 265 pounds, and he was in the Army. He's one of the medics, so he carried all of the extra weight on his back, right, and ran around. We started hiking together with his dog, and I would set the pace. Like, he would follow me. And I know I made him work, because later on he told me, he's like, you know, you're my ex that was like in the best shape. I'm like, I'm not even there yet.
Wow.
That's not even the best shape.
Well, I just need to go hiking with you so I could just get a little... Seriously, you're going to get me whipped up into shape.
Yeah, but the reason that I am such a good runner is because I figured out how to breathe.
Oh.
And the pathway to running and breathing essentially becomes meditation.
Got you.
And so I've been meditating since I was in high school. 10, 13 miles of just controlling your breathing.
That's amazing. And it's so, you're absolutely right, because the breath work in running is meditative, and that's what I struggle with. But meditation does get you there. How long do you meditate for, like sitting wise?
I had an avid practice during COVID of about 45 minutes upon waking up.
Wow, that's great. I'm about at 5. I'm like, I need to get to that level.
My brain chemistry was like at another level during that time. Wow. It really does make a huge difference, and I highly recommend people do it first thing in the morning before they even pick up the phone.
God, that's the thing for me. It's like, I need to do that before the phone.
It's so hard.
It's so hard.
But it makes such a huge difference.
Yeah.
Like, it makes such a huge difference not picking up your phone in the first hour and a half of the day. And I only say this because my phone wasn't working for the last few days. And I've been phoneless for 3 days.
And I bet it's wonderful.
Honestly, it's been such a break. My nervous system is so happy. But now I hear a ding and I'm like, oh!
Yeah. What about you, Ava? Do you have any, like, for meditate? Do you have
For
any,
meditate, that's usually my sauna time, my spa time. Like, I just started recently inviting people with me, but like a large part of like when we were working at Siren together, I would go to King Spa every 2 weeks by myself. I have a spa ritual. I have a King Spa ritual, rather. It is.
She does.
I was gonna say everybody
My
knows.
girl.
Everybody knows, and it was like every 2 weeks on the dot. Like the workers in there would be like, "Hey, girl, welcome back." Like they knew me, and I would literally go, roll my joint, drive up there, smoke, eat at Superdog. I switch between my hot dog or my burger.
Gene and Jude's?
Do
you ever go to Gene and Jude's?
I've never been
So
there
good.
actually, but I've literally only.
Add that to
I
your-
know, but
it's on the way.
Superdog
So
is like
good.
it's so nostalgic because it's some place I grew up with. Like my mom used to take my brother and I up
Okay,
there,
well, you got-
so it was just like a family nostalgia
Okay.
moment, and it's kind of far from the city, so like I'm not up there all the time.
Yeah.
So I would go there, go to King Spa, hot box, go inside of there, and then I have my little inside of King Spa rotation. That
What's
Gemini's.
your order?
We do this together now.
Yeah, what's the order?
We get in the tubs. You got to start with the hottest one.
Okay.
Sit in there for a bit. You got to immediately cold plunge.
Uh-huh.
Their cold plunge is not as cold as like East End or
It
any of
has-
the other
yeah, it
places you go to,
hasn't-
but it's cute.
It's cute. Yeah.
If you go there right when they refresh the water,
Monday mornings.
yes. At like what 6 or 7 a.m.
Oh my god.
It is
insane.
so perfectly
Ricky's
cold.
like paying attention.
It
right? He's
is
like, wait a minute.
perfectly
He loves
cold. Like it's so nice. So yeah, that's the ritual, and then you go between the hot and the cold for a little bit, and that's when you can enjoy the rest. You can get in the steam room. You can get in that little, the mid temperature ones. Those
Yeah.
are okay.
Yeah.
that's just like a buffer.
The oven.
But the heat
The
and then the
oven.
cold, I'm just a really big fan of the contrast therapy
Yes.
lately. And so going to East End and like sitting inside the cold plunge and like really like clearing my mind and like meditating for those few seconds or minutes that I'm in there has really like definitely put things into perspective for me that I'm like thinking about really hard, or like even like some of my ideas for like these flyers. Like all of that stuff, like we will sit in the sauna and I'll be like, I know what I want to do for the flyer.
She eats,
I-
dude. I don't even know. It's like, and it does. We do this regularly, where we go to the sauna and we just talk, and we start literally hashing out all of the things that are coming.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost a state of flow for us.
It is literally a flow
Yeah,
state because
that's
it's like the
amazing.
warmth of it, and then like my body feels good, so like my brain can relax. Because as somebody with chronic pain, like when my body's hurting, I'm not fully thinking. I'm just like, let's get through the day, let's get through this, let's move this. So when I'm feeling good, I can just like tap into that creative energy. And like come up with new concepts, come up with show names, come up with the flyers. I will leave the sauna and just churn out a flyer on Canva immediately, and
Love
it's
it.
like, yes.
Love it. Yeah, isn't that great how it just activates like bad bitch activated? Like it's just
Mhm.
literally like for me, weed. Like my
Right.
ritual involves like
The
I'll,
lighter.
I'll microdose a little bit for me when I go to the spa.
Mhm.
That'll be like for what I like. You know, I will get into my mood, but I also want to be left alone.
Yes.
Like I want to be left alone. Let me
Mhm.
just enjoy the spa.
Yeah.
So. That's amazing. I love that you have like a whole system. Do you ever go to like watch a movie or like eat?
I honestly have only been in that movie room like twice ever.
Okay.
And I've never eaten in there. I've had some of their ice cream.
Wait,
I know
you've
their food is
never
good.
eaten in there?
I eat at
We eat
H
it.
Mart. We
Why
eat at H Mart. We
not?
eat, it's
I
low key
like
over.
H
It's
Mart.
low key
Well,
over.
if H Mart is the same shit.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
was
like
gonna
as
say,
long as you're.
I know it's like we've had like the bento boxes and stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
At H
I like
Mart.
those.
Those are
Yeah.
good.
Mhm.
I have no beef with the food at King's Bar. I don't know anything about it. I just
How long are you staying when you're in there?
we like to stay a long time.
Yeah,
I
what's it
mean
like?
4 hours is like the minimum.
Okay. Yeah.
But I like when we stay overnight or like 6 to 8 hours, low key. Like let's do a shift at King's
Oh,
Bar.
that's
I
right, you
like
stay
an
overnight.
8-hour shift.
We like
Yeah,
the shift.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
like an 8-hour
Yeah.
shift.
Yeah.
It
It's
does
nice.
what it's
Go
supposed to do.
upstairs,
and
sleep.
everything.
Yeah, take a
sleep.
little
Okay.
sleep.
Yeah.
I get a little bit of emails done. I go sip some water. I go upstairs, lay under the red light for a minute.
Yes.
That's my meditation area at
The
King's
Yes.
Spa.
oxygen room.
I love that oxygen room. I love
Oh,
the
the oxygen
salt
room.
room.
Yeah.
And then I love when there's nobody inside of the one with the wood beads and I can roll around. I like roll back and forth. It's so
And then
nice.
when you're walking out, you got like a
Shake off
yeah,
all
I
of
know,
them,
You got
yeah.
a cube in your ass and it falls out of nowhere. Yeah, I love that.
Yes.
This is now a King Spa Stan account.
I was
so.
gonna say King Spa. They need to give us some passes.
If
Listen.
you want to sponsor us,
Yes,
we are in.
we were ready. We're
Pink Portal is down.
and we will make you a whole Instagram video too.
Yeah.
We'll get the
Maybe
promo on.
two.
It is the best place, guys. So, but anyways, we will talk about King Spa for hours because it is really one of the wonderful places. Well, what about masturbate? Let's do that one. Does anybody want to share a little bit of masturbate? You also don't have to.
She's
but-
wearing vibrator.
I was gonna say you
You're
can
right.
you already know what I
Very
like and
vibrator,
where
yeah.
I stand, and the fact that these turn on was so cool to me because I'm like, wow,
Yeah,
this
so
is
it's
awesome.
one to just be
Okay.
a prop, but it actually
Yeah.
is a functional.
Yeah, it's a turn
I
on
was
is
with
crazy.
her when she bought them, and she was looking at everything, and she goes, "Wow, these are really cool." She goes, "Wait, do they turn on?" And she clicked it. She goes, "Oh yes."
I said immediately, I need these. He was like, I'll grab you some from the back.
Immediate
Yes,
immediate
yes.
yes. Yeah, those are great. Okay. Well, do you want to share any like of your? So, are you a vibrator girl? Are you a wand?
I am
girly?
definitely this wand situation. I have a similar one to this. My fave plugs into the wall. No opportunity to die. That's what when
it plugs into
it's
the
plugged into the
wall.
wall. Yes, because it's like who wants to like. I have ADHD, bro. I'm not charging that shit. You know what I mean? It's not on the charger.
I'ma
Now
forget
I'm
about it.
mad.
Right.
Now I'm mad because I want to use it. It's not ready. And then I can't just like, what am I going to do? Put it on the charger and sit there and wait?
Yeah,
No, I'm just going to plug my thing in, do what I need to do, and go to sleep. It's fine. So yes, the
I am
ones,
gagged that it's plugged to the wall.
the plug-in ones are great. You have to try it out. You gotta
I've
check
never
it out.
done that. I've actually like gotten off of the like vibration in that sense. You know, like I have like a crystal wand.
Mm-hmm.
I have a dildo made of stone.
I want a glass
Those are
one
cool.
like
Yeah.
that.
The glass ones is what we talked about the
Yes,
last
we did.
episode.
Yes,
And I have bought another one since then. Those are the glass ones are really nice, especially if you let them get cold first.
I have an turn, so it's like a green stone, and it just like also like just you know with like the connection with the chakras, with the stone in you and all that sex magic, all that fun stuff. So.
Actually you're right. I was looking at the glass ones, but I know that I have somewhere saved a crystal one.
A crystal?
Yes.
A quartz?
Quartz.
The quartz ones are
Do you
cool.
connect really well with that stone?
All of them, yes.
Yeah, okay.
I'm a
Wonderful.
stone girly for sure.
Yes.
Okay.
There you go.
Well, share with us. Do you like a little vibration? Like, what's up with that? Like,
I have a little vibrator, a very little one, and typically, I'm not gonna lie, I have a really good imagination. I don't really need a lot.
really?
You're like,
So
it's
you
not
don't-
that-
Okay. That was, you just make stories up in your head.
Oh my god, I live in my head. You guys all watch television. I do not.
That's true.
I
actually.
read.
Do you have crazy dreams?
I don't actually. I
Really?
think I smoke too
It's
much
probably the weed.
for that.
It's the weed.
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting. Okay.
I don't think I could tolerate dreams on top of what I'm living through right now.
So yours is during the present time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Interesting.
Mhm.
Okay. But what about medicate? Obviously, we are smoking. You know, some good. This is good, by the way. I'm high. I just got higher.
This is from Michigan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What brand is it or what strain?
I don't remember. My
No?
friend brought me this.
Is it?
But
It seems to be like.
I think it's a hybrid. It's a
Girl,
sativa
everything's
hybrid.
nowadays,
But yeah, I don't know exactly what it is, but I know it is from my friend's Michigan run. This was a part of my dog Mother's Day stuff.
Your dog Mother's Day.
Yes.
I live. It's really great, and it's also got this like, is it the wrap?
The rose wrap is like where you
Oh,
get the
it's
sweetness.
rose.
It's
That-
rose
it's a little
petals.
Sweet. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a little
mhm.
sweet. Okay.
Floral.
Okay, come on, sponsor us. All right.
Yes.
Right here. Give a little
Exactly.
review.
We
right
need
now,
Lazy
you know?
Susan to sponsor us because their stuff is pink, and obviously
Yes.
Come
we do
on.
Need,
that would be cool.
We need Lazy Susan stuff
Yeah.
in here for sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna work on that because shout out to Ava. If anybody knows.
Yes.
shout out to us. And then, are you guys daily smokers every day? Like, what's your ritual when it comes to smoking?
I don't necessarily have a ritual. Right now, I'm going to be getting my titties done at the end of the year, so I'm smoking everything that's passed to me because I have to stop.
You
in
won't,
Octo-
you won't be able to smoke.
A month before I have to stop,
Yeah.
and then technically kind of like 2 weeks to 3 weeks after because it messes with your anesthesia and your healing process.
I didn't know that.
So the anesthesia thing is like the biggest issue is like beforehand. Some people wait a week and then they smoke and it's fine. It's not so much the after, but definitely the beginning because like your doctor's anesthesia, like the amounts and stuff, it plays with that and people can die from that. So it's very serious.
Okay.
So right now I'm just like smoking whatever.
much as you
Like
can,
whoever
right?
wants to
Yeah.
bring me some weed from Michigan,
Yeah.
come on. But yeah, I've always been a daily smoker. It's for my chronic pain as well. Like if I'm feeling like my back tightness or like when my shoulder was injured, like it definitely helps with that. I have some THC creams that I like to use for the
Yeah.
pain too. The
Topicals
creams,
are great.
the topicals are,
Yeah.
are wonderful. Even some of the
Mhm.
tinctures were cool, but
Yeah,
I do
yeah.
like the creams a lot. I used to use this oil, the body oil.
Yeah,
That
you
the
like the
THC
body
body
oil,
oil is
yeah.
great because you can put the drops in your bath, which are lovely.
Oh, I've never
Or
tried-
you can
okay.
like take the bath and then just rub it onto your skin. So
Do you like the bath bombs? Have you had those yet?
I've had one.
Okay.
I don't think it had that much THC in it though.
No. Okay.
Yeah,
It's
in
low,
comparison
so-
to the oil, because it's a bottle of oil, so you can dose it out by how much you need.
Oh,
The
gotcha.
bath bomb is just a single use.
That's true. I've had
Yeah.
the salt, the Epsom salt ones.
Those ones are cool.
Those
I
are
like them,
strong.
and those are very strong.
Those are too strong.
One time I used half of a container, and I was about to fall asleep in there.
half a
I know they
container?
said you should use like a quarter,
Oh
but
my God,
I was
Ava.
hurting.
And think
Okay,
about
I
it, it
had
goes
back
through your body-
spasms.
it
I was
goes-
gonna say I was having spasms. That was a week where my shoulder was like so inflamed, it was bad. I think
You
I had
needed it.
missed PT for that week
Oh,
too.
okay, okay.
So like I was not good, but I had the best sleep of my life after that.
Okay.
I was
well,
like
good
slumped
job.
in there. I rinsed off. I got in my bed and I slept for so long. It was great.
That, no,
It
that,
was great.
That Epsom
It
salt
was
will
great.
Get you. It will. What about you? Do you like to smoke flower joints? Do you have a bong? Like, what's your vibe? Do you have edibles?
I don't like to smoke a lot at once.
Okay.
So I smoke little joints by myself, or I have a bong. I have all kinds. I have a lot of paraphernalia, for sure, every kind. What I don't have is one of those like vaporizers.
The big ones?
Yeah, the ones that do
Oh!
the bags.
The volcano?
Yeah,
Mhm.
that.
That's crazy.
Those are cool.
Those are cool.
Yeah.
But they're crazy. They get you high as
I
hell.
want the gravity bong. I want us to get the pink one for
Your
the
studio
studio
glass?
so
Yeah.
that we can do a little smoker girl
Yeah.
thing.
That'd
Yeah.
be cute.
I
That'd be
haven't
cute.
had one of those in a really long time, but I did used to have one.
Yeah, they're really nice. I love the
had
good
like
one,
to
but it's
gravity.
make
very-
them.
I used to make cool ones too.
Did you make like the out of what though? Like
I made them out of plastic. I've made them out of glass, like when we had like glass cutting stuff. But I haven't had that in a long time.
That was a pandemic thing.
That was a pandemic.
Because I'm like, I started making lamps, all sorts of shit.
Absolutely. It was so great. We had like a huge bin, and we put like this huge jug, cut the bottom off the jug, and then it was like 5 friends of mine at the house, and we were all like taking one hit off of this huge. It was almost like the 5-gallon jugs for the water, but not quite. I think it was 3.
Huge.
Maybe it was 3, but we weren't taking all one hit. It was like we were sharing it between like the 5 of us.
Damn,
yeah,
like,
it was kind of crazy. It was
Yeah,
wild. That was a good time because I moved to Colorado during that time. So like I was going to brand new dispensaries, and like Colorado dispensaries are very different from other cities.
They really are.
Like they're damn near giving the weed away.
Yeah.
So
No,
yeah, it was great.
I love it.
That's when I got on the wax.
The Red Rocks.
Yes.
Stop
Anything
it.
that'll keep me physical, I'm happy.
You have all that energy. You're a Gemini. You need to get it out. Like you have all like there's so much going on. Like you need to get it all out. I get it. Trust me.
Yeah.
Gemini stallion over here. Okay.
It shows. It shows.
Thank God for my Taurus.
It's like a dog
Thank
with
God.
zoomies. It's giving like Puka with zoomies. You gotta like get that out.
Thank God. I like need that Taurus sun. Otherwise, I
Yes.
just fly off. Like just fly.
Fly off the
Well,
handle.
literally, ladies, like we have had the best conversations. Obviously, we are comfortable here. Look at Gemini.
You slumps
Like,
right
I don't
now.
think you see Gemini's face anymore. She's just like
yeah.
chill mode down.
They can see you.
Thank you so much for sitting
Also-
down with me and doing this, ladies. Like I truly, really appreciate it. It's been an honor to like just learn more about you both, and yeah, I am really grateful that you both are so advocate like forward in the sense of just like trying to help always, you know, and you're trying to find solutions.
Safe
And
spaces. Safe spaces.
safe havens. Like, you know, I just want to say thank you so much. And before we go, please plug anything you have going on recently, maybe shows, events. I know we have stuff going on.
Definitely.
Coming up. Please let them know.
Yes.
And then we can follow you.
Well, the Pynk Portal page is Pynk Portal Pole. On TikTok, we are Pynk Portal Pole Shy. So just Chicago at the end of that. For TikTok, not a lot of content there, but we are working on that.
It'll be there soon.
It will be there soon. My personal page is Ava V Marie 20. The next upcoming show that you can catch me at is the Black Stripper Brigade Juneteenth show. This one is very exciting and important because it is called
Happy 3 years.
Yes, it is our 3-year anniversary that just passed. But also we're celebrating Juneteenth, and it's called Windy City. It is an ode to Magic City, so we're going back to black strip clubs. It's going to be very cool. Tickets are live for that. Then we have a 4th of July show coming that is called Freak the 4th. That is going to be a very fun, political forward showcase of our studio. We're going to have other teachers and students performing in that. Looking forward to our first duo performance.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
You're
we
doing a
haven't done a duo performance, so this is a 1 year of Pynk Portal, full circle. And
I'm hosting, so I can't wait because I hosted the last show. It was amazing.
It was
You're
great.
performing too?
No, I think I'm gonna host.
You're just gonna do your host, yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. I don't know.
Well, if you want to perform, your spot is still there. Even if you want to just do a little
I
solo.
don't know. I've been in
little
like,
one,
I've been,
two, one,
I have
two.
not been connected to like perform in a while. I don't know what it is, but I'll get there.
That's fair. That's fair.
It's just-
It comes in phases.
It comes in phases. I
It
feel like-
does.
yeah. I'm just not in that mode right now. I have like
Yeah.
a lot going. So yeah. Okay.
Are you
cute.
gonna
But
plug
yeah.
your page?
Yeah,
Do you
please
want to
share
plug
with
your
us,
people?
Gemini.
Plug my people. My page is Gemini Jynx, and that's my Instagram name.
She's
That's where you
this-
can find
yeah.
me.
You can see who does the social media and who
I,
doesn't.
I
do the
stay
social
off my
media.
phone. If you catch me, you
She's on
catch
a
me.
TV, y'all.
Yeah.
She lives in her
Yeah.
head.
Yeah.
She reads.
Exactly.
Good luck if you find her. No, I'm just kidding. No.
Yeah, like have fun.
She said, "I'm just here."
The weed has kicked in.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I try not to be on my phone. I'm here at the studio. You want to catch me? Come take a class.
That's true. Yeah, just come take a
Yes.
self-touch class. We are gonna team up on a retreat
Oh,
coming up
yeah.
soon. Yeah, so we're gonna team up and do like basically it's gonna be like not you can just come to Pynk Portal Sanctuary for a whole day retreat, and we're gonna teach you self-touch class. We're gonna have yoga. We'll have delicious food. We'll have some sponsors here. It's gonna be a whole day thing. So just that'll be in August. So that'll be coming up very
Yes.
soon.
Gonna
And
be
we have another
exciting.
show coming for July.
Mm.
Can't drop that just yet.
Hold the date.
Yes.
Oh, another
but
show in July.
Yes, it's
Hold the
going to the
weekend.
weekend, the 17th or 18th. We're still
Okay.
ironing that out.
Okay.
But, you know, if you're like, ooh, I don't know what I want to do mid-July, you want to come party with us.
There you
So,
go.
You're not gonna want to
yes,
miss this one.
it's
No.
actually gonna be so epic. I actually can't wait to drop this flyer. Like, I know I say that
see
about
your
a lot of
face and I'm
flyers,
just
but it's like
what are we about
this
to
one
do,
is
y'all?
so good,
Ugh.
and we have a special guest.
Oh my
And
God,
we
oh my
also
gosh.
already have funding
No
from like
teasers?
we have a funding from my client
Okay.
already. Like this is
It's
gonna
happening.
be big. This is gonna
Okay.
be big.
Well, you guys just have to
Yeah.
follow on the page. You guys have
Yeah.
to like stay in tune,
Pynk
watch
Portal.
our stories.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys are watching along so you guys can see what's going on.
Yes.
Also, check them out. Check Pynk Portal out on the Chicago Reader
Yes.
and Southside Weekly. We were
Yes.
the studio was featured in both of those. Do you want to share that real quick before
Yes.
they can actually watch that, read the article now?
Yeah,
right?
the articles are live on both websites. They are plugged on our website as well. Should be. So Gretchen wrote a beautiful article for us for the Chicago Reader. She's also written an article for BSB if you really want to take it back and read the full journey. That was a nice little moment to like celebrate our studio, talk about the Chicago pole scene. There's a lot of lore and
Oh
drama
my
there.
God, the Lord.
That you'll probably never understand. But, you know.
won't.
It was a good article. The Southside Weekly article was very wholesome because it was just about a Thursday here, and that was Citus classes. I don't think I taught class that day, but there was a couple other classes here and a couple students here. There were some students that were featured in the article, so that was nice. And it was nice to just start to connect with people from the South Side too. And the writer Susie of that actually took a class here.
Oh, she did.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. She
wonderful.
actually does pole. Like
Oh,
she's been in the
perfect.
pole community,
Oh.
so it's like so nice to like Gretchen and Susie both
Yeah.
have come here taking classes. Gretchen is gonna be right back here on Tuesday, so it's nice to like be in community with the people that want to see our space win.
100%. I think that's wonderful. Yeah, we're having ballet classes. I'm teaching yoga on Thursday mornings at 11. Come see a girl. We're just gonna have so many different things here.
We
You know?
got workshops. Carmine's
Yeah.
workshops are selling out left and right.
Oh yeah,
Carmine
that's right.
is
We
gonna
have
be
another.
here soon.
We have Carmine Black, who's gonna be doing a workshop here.
Yes.
A whole weekend of them.
A whole
A
weekend.
whole
of
weekend.
them.
You
Get
got
in
multiple
there.
days.
There's a
Get
lot
in
happening,
there.
so you just gotta stay in the know. So
We're
make sure you're
working-
following. Make sure you check our socials, our
the
stories,
website, newsletter, all that.
yes,
The
newsletter, all that stuff
newsletter.
going on. Yeah. So I just want to say thank you again. Did you? Yeah, you already shared where you did people to share. Look at this, y'all. The weed is here. But yeah, I just want to say thank you again. Thank you again for both being on the show. It's been a year since I've done a podcast, so be kind. We're over here trying our best, y'all. It's kind of crazy. But no, and shout out to Rick Dog. Shout out to the Rick Dog Network. Go check him out, guys. He's on Twitch every morning talking sports. It's not my thing, but he loves it, and I love him. So go check him out if you're a sports fan. He plays video games, but he also talks about a bunch of sports. And if you are literally a sports fan, like, you will love. He has that announcer voice, so you just gotta, you gotta go and give him some support too. Okay. But yeah, thank you again, and we'll see you guys next time.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
ADHD self is like.
We did it.
You are now listening to
Literally,
Kimbology.
Gemini started here, and she's
Kimbo,
slowly-
aka the traveling chafing queen.
Tired.
My
Sexy.
right leg went up,
Sustainability.
and then came back flat, and then went
Meditate,
up again, and then
masturbate, medicate.